MX-XXVII. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers.
Robots in disguise.
First we crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside.
Hey, run, Blaster! Save yourself!
No way, two can play.
Hey guys, and welcome back for today's unboxing video. It's going to be a Transformers unboxing video, and if you've seen my previous one, the one where I unboxed gears, I think I mentioned that inside the big box there would be 2 Decepticons and 1 Autobot. Of course, we're doing Perceptor today, who's an Autobot, so yeah, I messed up a little bit there. There is some rain going on pretty heavily here in Holland, so that might be creating some background noise. I'm not sure how that's gonna pan out on the video, but it is what it is. I just want to unbox Perceptor right now. So here we go. It is the X-TRANSBOTS version. This is what the box looks like. At the front, it's the 85 MX-XXVII, so that's like 27. Scientist JANSSEN. This is what the side of the box looks like, with a little quote on there. The back side. And the back side of the box, I had to fix the camera a little bit because it didn't focus. The back side, which is very reminiscent of the G1 old school toys from the 80s. Pretty cool with the little stat chart and the art right there. Top of the box with a little bit of dust on it. And the quote again, when scientifically investigating the natural world, the only thing worse than a blind believer is a seeing denier. And I think that's it for the box. We got his, in the background, we got his little microscope mode, I guess, schematically drawn. And then here we have Brawn, Bumblebee, and Perceptor. Actually, that Brawn looks pretty cool, so I might be on the lookout for a Brawn by X-TRANSBOTS. I still need a Brawn, so that might be interesting. So we got some styrofoam here. We got a booklet which is X-TRANSBOTS preview of what is it? All kinds of robots they were probably planning on doing for that year, I guess. Might be something nice to look at. We have particular attention. Okay, so you have to be on the lookout for that little roller part right there, which goes in different stances in different robot, different forms. And then there are some other instructions right there. I'll look at them when I need them, which I probably will for this robot. And I'm gonna have to tear this open, I guess. A nice hard plastic trading card thing, collector's card. And the instruction manual for transforming him, which already looks complicated, so it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. We got some miniature stuff in here. We got a miniature Perceptor, Brawn, and Bumblebee. I'll unpack those for when I make the videos at the end of this unboxing video, to show you guys what they actually look like, trying to zoom in on them a little bit. Then there are some other stuffs in here. I have no idea what this is for. Oh, that's like, and that's probably laboratory stuff, like a cup and one of those reaction things. Because of course Perceptor is a scientist, and we also get a miniature microscope version of Perceptor, and then quite a lot of different faces. That's pretty cool. And then there's something stuck in here as well. But they're always supposed to get it out of there. Oh, that's it. There's another one of those reaction tube things. So yeah, those faces, I'm just gonna leave them in for now. I guess you get the gist of it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. All kinds of different looks on the guy, different noses as well. And of course he's gonna have one applied as well. He's in robot mode. Well, this guy is very heavy, very heavy. Let's just hope he's very sturdy as well. And let's hope my paint doesn't chip. This is the face that he's coming out of the box with. Very cool. Oh, this is very, very heavy, very sturdy. Alright. I'm liking this very much already. Wow. And then on the back side there's some other stuff as well. Oh, you actually get different faces along that came along with it as well. X-TRANSBOTS going all out with the accessories. So this is, I guess, more like a comic accurate face. I'm not sure why you can push this. I'm not sure. And what else do we have? Now I am guessing that maybe there's supposed to be something here as well. Because he is, on the box he is pictured with some kind of pencil. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. We get some kind of blast effect. Here we have his gun. Some nice little detail on it, not too much, not too little. It is just regular plastic, I don't think it's painted. And some kind of stand thing. And right here we have some other gun type things on another stand. I guess this is like a projectile shooting thing. What is it? Seems to be it. But yep, there we go. Okay, that actually dropped behind the the table I got standing here, I'll leave it there for now. I'll take it out for when I take the pictures and whatnot. But there's a pretty aggressive spring in here, so you can actually what do you call it? Launch the rocket thing. And this is the other little gun. So you got a big gun and a small gun, which are probably the ones I'm going to be applying in with. I'm guessing. Well, about the pencil thing, I don't know. Maybe they just took the pencil. I don't know what's going on. I'll check it out in the manual if there's supposed to be one of those things in there. Let me just check out the box real quick. There's nothing rattling in it, so doubt it's in there. Alright, so we got this little attention note and we got the manual right here. Probably gonna be needing a transmission. Now, Perceptor has a sort of like the microscope look next to like his alt mode is a microscope. But he also has some kind of a sort of a tank looking mode. And let me see if I can show you guys that. Yeah, right here. So I'm not going to be attempting that in this video. I might transform him into that at the end of this video, but I'm not going to be bothering with that. I think I got my hands full on this guy into microscope mode. So let me first see if I can get the hands out. I'm just gonna fool around with it a little bit to see what actually moves and what doesn't, so I can give you guys a review of him in his robot mode. All right, well, I looked around it a little bit. I'm gonna change the camera angle for this, so hold on a little bit. So first off, this robot he feels very heavy, like very, very heavy. I think the whole legs are metal, apart from maybe this part as well. I think everything on the bottom is metal. And the body maybe even. Yeah, the body is. I'm thinking the upper arms are, the lower arms might be different. I don't know, it's just very heavy. Like, yeah, it feels pretty high end. Like, actually very high end. Articulation wise, so a couple of things I noticed. For posing purposes, I don't think he has an actual like heel spur part, so he does tend to fall backwards a bit because there's nothing to stabilize him there, and because he's so heavy. Yeah, you can only really have him standing straight up, or maybe forward a little bit if you balance the toes out properly. But leaning backwards a bit, making him look up, that's going to be hard with not having a heel. So you're going to really have to like position the legs in the right way, but that's kind of tricky, I guess. Even though I do seem to have him in a position right now, but as you can see, he's pretty prone to fall backwards. I noticed that the head can turn all the way around. It's not being blocked by this cannon here. It can go straight past it. Very nice. You can look up, down a little bit. No wobble side to side. But this is fine with me actually. Now as for the cannon, you can pull it up, which is probably needed for the transformation, but you cannot. I have not found a way just now to rotate it a little bit so it's only pointing straight towards you. And you cannot, well, there is a little shift part right here. You can pivot him a little bit, but you cannot turn him around. Yeah, so that's something I would have preferred, but I don't really mind it not being there. His arms can, of course, rotate all the way around, extend like this. Now I notice that this can collapse a little bit, which is probably needed for the transformation. But he does only seem to have a single joint in his elbow. Even if he did have double joints, he cannot really go past it because he's got pretty thick lower arms. Well, they might have actually included a second joint right there, but they didn't. So there's a little limitation right there. As you guys know, I prefer a little bit of freedom in the hands for positioning purposes. Now the hands are very articulated, like he has a thumb which you can move around, 2 joints, index finger separate, 2 joints as well, and the other 3 fingers are stuck together, but they do have articulation in them, also with 2 joints. So yeah, you can do a lot with it. Very nice. Now there is a bicep rotation. So both the elbow and the bicep are not ratchets, but this one is, and this one is not. Then for the torso, he's got not a full 360. Oh, there's something in the way here. Okay. No, there's not. That's weird. Not that you would need it, but that's kind of weird. So you can. Oh wait, this one, this way around. You can rotate it easily to 360, and this one as well. There's just a little bit of a lock here, but you can move them around 360. Now we got some flaps right here. And these flaps move inwards. So extending his leg to the side, 180. Actually per leg 90 degrees. Now flap right here to the back. You can go a little bit less than 90, but with the knee you can make it sort of 90. And to the front, it's a weird. Okay, so the thigh flap moves inward. There. We have a thigh rotation at the hip actually, but there's also, no, there's not a thigh rotation. Oh, look at that. So there's a hip rotation right here, inwards not so much, outwards almost 90 degrees. Then we have the knee joint, the double jointed. Seems like it. Well, the second joint only has one click, I think. Wait. So these are all one joint, and then the final part you can click it right like that. So that gives you quite a big bend. Then for the feet, which are a little bit weird, you can pivot it inwards, not outwards, toe dip, small pull. But yeah, no heel spur as far as I can see, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, maybe you can fidget around with it a little bit, use this a little bit as a balancing point, but I don't think you can. Now, as for him holding his guns, okay, so I'm having some trouble pushing the bag in there. Not sure why that is. I think I got it now, yeah. So yeah, the fingers are a little bit in the way, so you gotta fidget with the fingers to give enough clearance for the bag to go into his hand. But yeah, you could for example use the index finger to go on there. I guess you could do that. Okay, that's one gun, and now the bigger one. Now, I never had a G1 Perceptor, so I don't know if this is the case, but I think that this might be the gun which he came with in the G1 mode, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay, so since I'm a collector who displays his robots in robot mode, I'm already very happy with this one. It looks amazing, it feels great. So I don't really care what it's gonna look like in microscope mode, but this one looks pretty good, I gotta say. Like, let's take a look at him. It's amazing, and he's very, very, very hefty. Yeah, just a lot of quality. I mean, he cost, I think I paid like somewhere around 120 euros for this one. Might be a little bit more, not sure. No, I think this one was 120. So I think it's a lot of money for a toy, but it does look amazing. It feels great, and the quality feels really good. I was very afraid of paint chipping going on. I have not seen any going on yet, so let's hope I keep it that way. He looks very cool. What a robot! Yeah, it looks very cool. Oh wait, I didn't mention the shoulders. I don't. Did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, extend like this. A little bit past 90. That's it. There is no butterfly movement on the shoulders. But yeah, the sad part, like I would have preferred if I could just like have him hold this gun like this, and then for example hold this one bent like 90 more degrees. Oh wait, he actually can. Okay, so that's cool. So that's basically the same sort of jam that's there with the legs. You get a secondary bend as well. Okay, so that's very cool. Okay, very, very cool. So now I got nothing to complain about for this robot. Oh yeah, the leaning to the back, which is kind of hard. Oh, and he actually does have a butterfly movement, or is it only on this one? Oh no, he actually does have a butterfly movement. Wow. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is amazing. Very cool. Yeah, so only the leaning to the back and the heel spur part, which is the same issue. You could already see him drop backwards a little bit. That's the only downside to this robot as of now. So yeah, I'm gonna be attempting the transformation, taking off the guns, see what I can expand, see what I can collapse into what should be looking sort of like a microscope. It's gonna be a mess. So yeah, just gonna change the camera angle a little bit as well. Move it downwards slightly a bit more. So where should I start? I guess I'm just gonna start at the legs again. Now I'm gonna start with pushing the hands back into that little socket right there. Well, that's gonna be pretty hard to get this out of here, I guess. How the hell am I supposed to get there? What the hell? Maybe maybe I won't start with the hands. Oh yeah, that was this movement. Yeah, okay, so this part with the tracks right here and this little lever which you can use to push this outwards. I think you only need that for the tank mode, so I'm gonna be tucking that away again. Close up all the way. Okay, so I found out just now that there's a little edge on here, on this little hinge thing, which makes the flap, which I pushed in before and couldn't get out, you can press this backwards and then flip it out. So that's how you do that. Well, guys, I'm just gonna leave it at this for now. I'm gonna look up the actual mode, the way it's supposed to look in the manual. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to position the arms exactly. I do think I have the top part mostly done with the little microscope lens here, and I don't know how to do the leg parts. There's a piece here which actually has a peg right here and a hole right there, but they don't really fit that properly, or well, they do fit but they don't stick, so I'm not sure if that's even right. I don't know if the legs are positioned properly. I know they are not positioned properly, but I don't know how to do them the right way, so I'm going to be looking that up in the manual. But this robot is very cool. Like, apart from the material that's being used, the sturdiness of the robot, all the little mechanisms going on, it's pretty intricate. All kinds of parts are moving. The tucking away of the head is done in a weird way with shifting the body up and down to get more room for the lens to move away to get the head inside. The legs consist of several different parts. It's very, very intricate, complicated. I cannot do it without a manual, so I'm going to be looking it up. I will be showing its final form in the video and in the pictures right after this recording. For now, I'm leaving it at this. Very cool robot. If you don't have a Perceptor yet, I think the general consensus for Masterpiece is either get the X-TRANSBOTS one or the Fans Toys one. I don't have an experience with the Fans Toys one, but this one is very, very, very cool. Very amazing. I like it a lot. I'm pretty sure that the final form will look amazing as well, but I'm going to be using it in robot mode, and that looks very cool. So there's that. I hope you got something out of this. Perceptor, JANSSEN, MX-XXVII, no, 27 of the 85 line. Did I say X-TRANSBOTS? X-TRANSBOTS. And yeah, very cool. What an amazing figure. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for joining, and see you guys for the next video. Later. Okay guys, so it's like a day later now. I've checked out the manual because I knew that this would not be the final form of the microscope, and I figured, well, I'll check out the final steps in the manual and then transform it and then show you guys the final result. But actually, when I dug into the manual, I'm not even close. I think I got the body part down and possibly this one as well, but apparently the arms are gonna have to be like so-ish, and then they have to get tucked into the body a little bit. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. I'm gonna do it along with the manual beside me. And the legs, I knew that they were not right because they didn't really click into place and it was a bit off balance. So I knew there was some stuff to do there as well. So what I'm going to be doing is just showing you guys the steps to take from this in-between mode into the final microscope mode, which is going to look like this actually. So yeah, he does have the legs to the side, but the arms, as you can see, they are tucked into his body a bit. Yeah, not entirely sure how to do that, but let's find out. Well guys, as you can see, I forced it too much and I broke a part on the shoulder, and if I move it a bit more it's gonna totally break off. Like the part where his arm was stuck to his shoulder with a pin, a piece of plastic just totally broke. I put way too much force on it, I guess, trying to get it in here. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I just couldn't find the proper way to tug his head into the body with the arms needing to go in there as well. His face popped off, but that's just a removable part, that's no biggie. But yeah, I don't know the proper way of hiding his head in here. Maybe you don't have to push it all the way into the body, but just have it like this, which should give enough room for the arms to go in. And I'm not sure about this part either, but yeah, that's pretty fucked up. So not sure if I should even keep on going with this. I'm gonna contact the seller and see if they can get me a replacement part to replace this part. Let me see if I would be able to replace that myself. Seems to just be a pin in here. Yeah, this is kind of messed up. Oh, there we go. Totally broken. So yeah, let me just see how far I can get now. But yeah, this is pretty big letdown because I was very excited about this robot. So just the fact that this part where you have to put quite a lot of pressure on is made out of plastic instead of metal, while a whole lot of the rest of the robot is made out of metal. Is that beyond me? But and I'm not sure if more people have this problem, but yeah, I didn't even notice it until the arm got extra loose. Yeah, I think it's this part. Did you push it in all the way or not? Seems like it. Yeah, probably needs going all the way. the second day of recording has been quite a letdown, to be honest. I'm kind of regretting messing with the manual. I was actually fine with the Perceptor in robot mode, but me wanting to finish it in the way it's supposed to be, like this, made me break a shoulder. So that's pretty fucked up. And I was getting a little bit annoyed with lining up the little pegs here to stabilize his leg, which keeps on popping out the whole time. Same on the other side, so you're basically fixing this one, then this one pops out, and vice versa. And then there's also this little mechanism, which is a pretty cool mechanism in itself, but so what you basically have to do is pop this little peg right here into that hole right there, but it doesn't close up all the way, so you're never, and it doesn't like click or anything, so you're not really sure if you're actually done maneuvering it. But whatever, it's a microscope mode. I'm going to be using it in robot mode if I get a replacement part. Holy shit. To be continued, I guess. So what I'm thinking of doing now is not even giving you guys the full view of all the accessories, which were pretty cool to get, but wait with that until I get a replacement part, fix it, change it from microscope into tank mode, and so like make a second part of this Perceptor video, and then using all the little accessory things. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna think about it for a day longer. Maybe I'll be able to push myself into actually using all these accessories. But yeah, he's gonna be missing an arm, so it's not even, it's not really, it's not of any use. So yeah, probably be waiting with part 2. So yeah, hope you guys got something out of this. If you're ever gonna get this one, because it does look really great. Don't put too much force on the arms when you're pushing them inside it to get into the microscope mode, because that might break your shit. So yeah, there's that. Thank you guys for joining. To be continued. Later.